Greetings and salutations. And if you're seeing your display in front of you, right, it means that all of the cards have been announced in Cataclysm. And after I look through them all, we have seen some of them before in the previous reviews, but this review is going to be a little bit different because on the right-hand side of the screen, which is actually over there, but my camera does everything in reverse. So on the right-hand side of the screen over there, you will see 5-star, 4-star, 3-star / niche, 2-star, and 1-star is a hidden gem. And by hidden gem, I mean there's going to be some sort of build that's off meta but still works as meta. So that's when I say hidden gem, I mean the class that it's going to be with that sleeper hit. You know what I mean? So it's going to be one of those things. And that's just going to be for the classes and how their set looks moving into it. Arisen Anexia. Colossal 2. When your hero would lose health on your turn, gain that much health, max health instead. For 9 mana and for a 3/6. Now, as we know, it gets this right here, which is the related cards, the Anexia's Wing. When they herald, you can upgrade them, and they become, you get a random 2-cost minion. I believe that goes to 4-cost, and then 8-cost minion that costs health. These people are rating the card average of 4.1. And I gotta tell you, I think it's a little low for a rating. I do. I mean, that's the average rating, but I still think that's a little low for a rating. There's 2 cards that come to mind for the Death Knight, and one can be played with any Death Knight, and that's Memoriam Manifest, and that will resurrect Anexia. And of course, with the Colossal keyword, when you resurrect her, the wings come with it. Okay? And because she's 9 mana and the wings are only 1 mana, as you can see there, it means you're guaranteed to resurrect her if you make it to 9 and she dies, and then you can resurrect her with Memoriam Manifest. So if you have 2 Memoriam Manifests on your turn, you're talking, you could just lay out a whole bunch of stuff, right? You could just have 2 of them come back. But here's the thing that most people aren't thinking. There's also a card that costs 8 mana, and it's 1 blood, 1 unholy, and it says fill your hand with random undead. They cost health instead of mana this turn. So effectively, if you play her on 9, she's there. You're gonna run Ysera in the deck. I can almost guarantee you're gonna run Ysera in the deck. She dies, whatever. Turn 12 comes around, right? You Memoriam Manifest. She pops back up. You then play the 8 mana card, and then you just dump your hand full of undead. And you have, at that point, 70, 80 health, if not more. Because you're going to gain tons of health between the 2 8 costs that she can summon, plus all the stuff that you're going to get from the 1 card that you can play as a Death Knight. There's a chance that it's going to go completely parabolic. They may, and this is just my supposition, they may either nerf this card or nerf that 8 mana card once people catch on to that. I don't think anybody's seen that. I think that's in the blind spot, is that 8 mana card. She's a good card. Say, like I said, probably 4.5, closer to 4.7. Really good card. Victor Nefarious, 5 mana battlecry. If you're holding a dragon, craft a custom undead dragon. It costs 3 less. So it's a 5 mana 5/5. You're gonna get crafting an undead dragon costs 3 less. In what world would that be bad? So long as the dragon doesn't cost more than 9, you're fine. But now you're crafting an undead dragon, which means your dragons are gonna have either Battlecry, Taunt, or Death Rattle. Because you don't really have. I mean, you could technically do like Prescient Slitherdrake. Prescient Slitherdrake, and then like Amber Warden, because it'll have the reduction. If it works like Zombeasts from Rexar, and it works like the Zombeasts from Open the Gates, which I don't know why you wouldn't play that in this deck anyway, because you're going to be running Undead and Beasts. You could do Open the Gates and get more Zombeast value. You could also run quests with Tyrax. I think this card is a little less than what they're saying. I think it's about like just 3, maybe like a 2.9. only because you're playing this on 5. You're getting an undead dragon, which you could technically curve into on 6. But this is like, if you're behind on board, do you want to play this? No. If you're ahead on board, you don't mind throwing this out there. If the board's empty, you don't mind throwing it out there either. So, situational card for sure. It's an undead, so that would screw with certain things like Memoriam Manifest. Though, I will admit, you could get him out of the 8 mana card, because it says random undead in your hand. Maybe does that say random undead in the past? I think it just says random undead. If it says random undead, you could get Victor Nefarious, at which point you could play him for 5 health, which would give you 5 health, and it would allow you to create a custom dragon. It's okay if you can get him with a Dark Gift and double your battle cry, it would be better. But yeah, I'd say he's down here closer to a basic 3-star, maybe less. He might see some play, but not a lot. I don't think he's gonna see a whole lot of play. Like, I think that's gonna be an auto include into any Blood Death Knight deck. Chromatic Broodmother. 4 mana, 2/5. Whenever this attacks, refresh mana crystals equal to this minion's attack. So if you go Rainbow Death Knight with Imbue, it's undead, so you can technically fetch it with Finality. So you fetch it with Finality, you imbue your hero power twice, you swing with it, you're gonna get 4 mana back if you play just Finality into this. But if you've imbued before, you're going to get more mana back than this costs. Obviously, the next card gives, it's like give a minion an attack, your hand in the battlefield equal to this attack. Hand or battlefield. So you could technically either target in hand, you could target this Drake in hand, or you could target it on the battlefield. Huh. Because you could still technically play this. It's a beast. It's not an undead. So this bypasses the imbue property. So if you're on like turn 7, you could technically throw this out there for 3. It bypasses the imbue. Give this 3. That makes it a 5/5. Drop it on the board. It makes it an 11/5. Swing. You restore 11 mana crystals. It's potential. I'd say it's like a 3.5. 3.5 star card. There's definitely potential there. Definitely potential. Chow Down. 8 mana. Summon 5 5/4 undead drakes. Spend 8 corpses to give them rush. So you need 8 mana and 8 corpses. The problem with this deck, the problem with this whole idea, is you're spending 8 mana, number 1. That's first and foremost. This card would be great if they brought back, what was the name of it? Give me 2 seconds to think about it. Plagued Grain, I think it was called. And I bumped my microphone. Plagued Grain, I believe it was called. And it said, generated 4 corpses for 1, shuffle 4 2/2 zombies into your deck. The problem with this is you're not going to generate enough corpses. Because there's not enough corpse generation right now. If you take a look, that's the one hindrance for Tyrax. Unless you're playing like Husk Eternal Reaper, you're not spending 20 corpses. It was either you spend, not spending 15, sorry. You're not spending 15 corpses unless you're playing Corpse Explosion, but that rotates. You're not generating enough corpses. You'd have to hit your minion every turn. Or you'd have to play things like the 2/1 elusive paradox goblin thing, where you get 3 of them. That way they have to kill them on board, and then you have to deal with it. I think there's potential. Like I said, there is potential for this card because you don't have to give them rush. You could just drop this on 8, and it's summoning 5 of them. It doesn't say spend corpses to summon 5, so this could give you 5 corpses. Fills the board, puts a perceivable threat on board. You can also pair this with the 1 mana Soul's Rest Ceremony, and make them all 6/4 undead drakes with rush. So there's a potential there. That's a 9-mana board clear, though. That's an expensive board clear. I still say it's about a 3-star card. I think it could get some niche play, but for Arena, that's absolutely bonkers. That's bonkers in Arena. But, I mean, if you get to turn 8 in Arena, this hero will just win the game in Arena. The chances of getting to turn 8 are slim. Because, I mean, that much pressure on board at turn 8, ridiculous. 5 mana, Talanji's Last Stand. Give your minions Death Rattle, summon a random 4-cost minion. Well, there's the cure for the corpse problem. But for 5 mana, that's awfully expensive. You'd have to have a wide board and then spend 5. Yikes. They're not far off on their average star card. I would say it was about a 2.5 to 3-star card. If you can manage to do like a wide Death Knight, like a board centric Death Knight that goes wide, this could go really, really viciously in that deck, because then you could just generate more minions and then generate more corpses to then get more Drakes. But, or at least get more rush. Now, if they did this with flexible, right? So as it says summon 5/4 Drakes, summon 5 of them, and then it should say spend 2 corpses per Drake to give them rush. So that way, if you summon 2 Drakes, or if you summon 5 Drakes and you only have 4 corpses, only 2 get rush. Much better card, but they won't do that. Yeah, this card is way too situational. And there's no spell school, which means you can't conjure it via the totem in priest or shaman. Does this have a spell school? No. Okay. You can't conjure it in shaman or priest with the voodoo totem. You could technically get it with Elise. Yes, they're nerfing Elise, but I don't talk about the nerfs that they're doing. Most of the time I use Elise for discover a spell. It's just, I'm gonna level with you right there. The nerfs they're making to Elise does not bother me in one iota. It's not even on my radar. Because it doesn't matter. Because I use her for discover a spell. Discover a spell and armor is generally what I use the location for. So if you discover this off of the 5 mana location, you're looking at a 1 mana. Give all your minions summon a 4 cost? That's not bad if you discover it. Other than that, it's just atrocious. Ugh. I would say 2.5, 3-star card. It's pretty bad. Blackwing Experiment. 2 mana, Death Rattle. Get a 2-cost spell that deals this minion's attack damage. So it just goes face. Alright, I'm kind of seeing the line here. You go Rainbow Imbue Death Knight. That could be a thing. You imbue, you get a ton of attack damage on this. It dies, and you get a 2-cost spell that deals that minion's attack for damage. You could technically nuke somebody from hand with 2 of these. You can get this to 10. That's quite easy to get to that heavy of imbue quickly with Death Knight. There might be some sauce to this. It's a good card. I would definitely say over 4. It's 4.5 for sure. If nothing else, you're going to get 2 mana deal 3. And you could always, Soul's Rest Ceremony this and get 4 damage. This 2 mana 4 damage. Still not bad. 6 mana, 2 Blood Rune. Herald Anexia, deal 4 damage to all enemy minions. It is a shadow spell. So you could wedge this into Priest. Through the totem. Through Voodoo Totem. Because that can generate random shadow spells. And for Shaman and Priest. Voodoo Totem is going to have a lot more play because of this. I'm telling you. People don't play Voodoo Totem. You should. Because when it says Shadow School, you can get some really good cards out of it. You can get some real stinkers too, but you can get some real good cards out of it. I mean, 4 damage to all enemy minions. It is a Herald, so it's going to give you a minion in your hand. It is going to summon a Soldier of Anexia. So you're getting a minion that's going to cost health. You're doing 4 damage to all enemy minions. I'd say it's more than a 3-star card. I'd say it's about a 4.5-star card. I mean, it's partial board clear, so it's pretty good. 2/5 Lifesteal, Battlecry, Herald, Anexia. Well, if you're running Anexia, you're going to run this. You're going to run the Obsessive Technician and that. So the Lifesteal's fine. The Battlecry, again, you're getting a minion for nothing. She doesn't have a creature school, so she won't get any imbue things. She won't mess up your Memoriam Manifest. It's a solid card. Like, it's just, like, 2.5 star card. She should be 3 mana, to be honest with you. Make it a 3 mana 2/4, now we're talking. But, like, if you don't have Elise in hand, yeah, throw her out there. It's like, it's not much, but it's something. Command Claw. 2 mana, after your hero attacks, give a random friendly minion 2 attack. Okay. Do you see what I see? No, this is not like a little drummer boy or anything like that. This is just, do you see what I see? You play this, or you could either coin into this, then play this, or just wait until late game, play him with the imbue, drop that, smack it, get another one like that, frag your own dragon, or just Soul's Rest and run it into something, because that would be a 5 mana combo. Get a spell that does like 11 damage and then just point it to face. I could see where Rainbow Death Knight's got a nice thing going. I can see where it is, where it's got it. Was Death Knight on this? Wow, Death Knight's not even on here. For the classes over here. Absurd. Absurd. Well, I would say Death Knight right now would be right around here. 4 star. Because they didn't put Death Knight out here. Can't believe they didn't do that. Yeah, Death Knight's about a 4 star, in my opinion, for tier. Alright. I've discussed this card before, but I'm gonna go further. Everybody says it's a 5-star card. I disagree heavily. Here's why. You have to Herald twice to upgrade. So you have to run the entire Herald package on your Demon Hunter, which includes the neutrals. Then, when turn 8 rolls around, assuming you're just not absolutely trucked by no minion Demon Hunter, which still is a thing, by the way, and yes, it's a board control Demon Hunter. It's a thing. I still have one, and it is standard ready. If you're not just dead by turn 8, you're never going to play this. You're just never going to play this. Right? Now, that being said, if the games do get to turn 8, sure, yeah, it's a 4-star card. 4.25. 4.25. Right? The reason I don't see this as higher than a 4.25. Turn 8 rolls around, you drop her on the board. You can make that big swing and get life back. With Wind Fury. Does it win you the game? No. Demon Hunter has no way to get it back. This has to be your win more card. Right? This is not going to swing the tempo enough, in my estimation, to win the game. Considering Death Knight could easily just be like, turn 9, Anexia, play a handful of crap that gives him all of his life back. And potentially has Rush. Or just kills this minion with Asphyxiate, which is not rotating. Now you no longer have Wind Fury. And then continues to clear your board or plays leeches. Or if it's no minion Demon Hunter, you're dead when he has the Eternal Hold. Because Omen is still in the pool. And you can just go click Omen, play it for 0. Swing Wind Fury into whatever that's on the board. Even if you play this, you swing back into his face. He just omens into your face or just omens into her. Blows up, kills everything behind it. I mean, wait, I stand corrected. That's turn 6. You still have to wait 2 whole turns to get her out. And now you're dealing with a 6/12 on board because the demon pool is going to be a lot smaller. Yeah, she's a good card, but like I said, this is like a win more card for Demon Hunter. I don't see it as the big nemesis that everyone thinks it's going to be. I think people are overrating it. I think when you get in there and you get down to brass tacks, there's much better out there. Honestly. So, we're going to go on to Nispira Enthralled. 3 mana, 5 durability. Deal 1 damage. After you cast a Fel spell, reopen. Summon Nispira Unshackled on the death rattle. After you cast a Fel spell, get a random Naga. It costs 1. Okay, yeah. See, now you could potentially get a 1 mana Ajara off of Nispira. Play this on 3. You could even run this in the no minion package. Play this on 3, just start bombarding people with Fel spells, and then you get a Nispira Unshackled. And then you play Fel spells, and oh look, you get it again, and now you get Ajara for 1 mana on a no minion Demon Hunter. Yeah, that could be a menace. This is honestly a better card than Ajara. This right here is better. Because this is just 5 damage. You can point that 5 damage to face. You're playing Fel spells anyway because you're going to be playing Eye Beam and Hive Map and Sigil of Cinder. It's a good card. You can run it in no minion Demon Hunter, and it fits right into the package. You can even play the Broxigar. This gets Broxigar support because the portals to Argus are Fel spells. So there you go. Send it out there, one point of damage, or just drop the portal. It reopens. Ping the portal guy. This weaves right into a Broxigar deck like you wouldn't believe. Good card. I rated up higher, like 4.5 star. Better than Ajara. Malevolent Mutant. Battlecry. Choose a Fel spell in your hand. Get a copy of it. You can't do that in Dominion Demon Hunter, but if you're running Fel, well then again, you could technically get that off Nispira. Now, if Nispira said for the rest of the game, the problem is it's a 6/6. But it does summon it. So that means on 3 you use 1 durability. You can technically reopen it on 4 a couple of times, and you could have it down to 2 or 1 durability by turn 5. You could still get Nispira destroyed, though. Or you could always save that 1 durability. Because they're not going to break it. Because it's a death rattle. So they're not going to break that open with Demolition Renovator. So you can just keep that 1 durability until like turn 7 or 8. Then get Nispira. Then just drop an entire bomb of Fel spells on people. I could see where that would get... where you can generate that off of Nispira. You just play 1. You just pay 1 and you get a Fel spell in your hand. Because then he would cost 1 from Nispira. He's an okay card, though. Like 3 mana, 3/4, you're getting a duplicate of your Fel spells. You could technically duplicate Broxigar spells. Because the portals to Argus are Fel. So you click this to get the Fel spell school. Doesn't say that there's that, but I guarantee you Broxigar's spells are Fel. Let me bring up another one over here. I'm going to take a look at it over here. It's fairly certain Broxigar portals are Fel spells. And if they are, that would go completely insane. Let's go to standard. Scroll down. Yep. Portals to Argus are Fel spells. So if you're running Broxigar, you can indeed choose a Fel spell in your hand and then play a duplicate of it. Because if you play the 4th Fel spell and you get a duplicate of it, you play another one like that, you get 2 Broxigars in your hand. Because after the 4th portal dies, it just says re-summon Broxigar. So, I believe it can get a second Broxigar. We'll see. We'll see how that interaction works. It's okay, though. I mean, you're looking at, like I said, 3.5, 3.75. It's okay. It's an alright card. Fell Infusion. This is automatically going to go into my no minion Demon Hunter. Herald Ajari, your hero has lifesteal this turn. Lifesteal in a no minion Demon Hunter is huge, because then you could just use some of the other ones that give you +4 attack. You give a minion in your hand +4 attack. So then you're just swinging face for a lot. And you're getting all the health back. It's a good card. And it's Deathwing, so you could weave the Deathwing hero portrait right into the no minion Demon Hunter, so that'll work too. Yeah, solid card. 100%. Would use it. I'd say it's more than a 3.7 card. It's like a 4.5. But that's me. That's what I'm saying. Ravenous Fellfisher. 6 mana, costs 1 less for each fell spell you've cast this game. You play Nispira on 3. Argus's portals to Argus are fell spells. You could technically mana cheat this out in a Broxigar low curve deck on like turn 3 or 4. It would work. You could coin Nispira 2, use it, ping, and then play low cost fell spells 3, ping some more low cost fell spells. You could get this mana cheated down real quick. I mean, you'd only have to mana cheat maybe 2 spells off of it for a 4 mana 5/5. You wouldn't hate it for 4 mana. Would I see it slotted into a deck though? Maybe not. They're about right on their average there, about 3.6. It's okay. If it had a keyword on it, that'd be great. Like if it was like a 6 mana 5/5 stealth or taunt, or at the end of turn, play a fell spell you've played this turn. Something. It would be better. But like I said, if you can mana cheat this early on, yeah, having it a big threat on board early would be great. Flash Flood, deal 5 damage to your opponent's left and rightmost minions. Outcast, do it again. That is going into every single deck for Demon Hunter. Specifically, even like notably, no minion Demon Hunter. Just because, you 5 mana, that's 10 damage if it's Outcast. You could discover this off Hive Map. So you discover this off Hive Map, you can potentially get 4 of these in your deck. That is insane. That is a lot of board clear. That plays right into no minion Demon Hunter that nobody's playing right now, but will be a menace post push. You watch. I think it's a good card. I think it's way above 2.86. I think it's a 3.5 star card or more. It's a little costly for 10 damage, but in there's no world I would not want to play this, right? Because it also makes people think, well, does the Demon Hunter have Flash Flood? Now they have to think about positioning their minions. They have to position the weakest ones on the outside. Because you can't position the strong ones out there, and you can't position your taunt ones out there. So you got to worry about positioning. That's why it's a good card. Because then you're playing against Demon Hunter, and there's that gamesmanship that's going on in your head. Broxigar's Last Stand. 2 mana, deal 1 damage to all minions, draw a card for each that died. Yeah, that card is just absolutely insane. It's 100% nutty. Because at most you're drawing a card. Potentially 2. Rarely are you drawing 3. But even if you are, you're still happy drawing 2 mana, draw a card. People played Novice Engineer, which was a 2 mana 1/1 that drew a card. So I'm just saying. People played that, so they're going to play this. Yeah, it's definitely a good card. Dread Leviathan. 9 mana, Taunt, Battlecry. Choose an enemy minion to steal 3 health from 3 times. I love how everybody immediately shuns this card. I don't. You want to know why? They're saying it's a 2.21 average card. I say it's higher than that. I say it's like 3.25. It's not. It's not amazing. You're not gonna like write a sonnet about it. You're not gonna write a soliloquy. But the reason why it's so good, you can discover it off of the raptor that says "Discover a Beast" because it's got the beast tag. That's number one. Number two, you could discover it with elusive. You could discover it with -2 attack, cost 2 less, and that's a 7 mana. You could discover it with double the battle cry. You could discover it with summon a 2/2 copy. You could summon it with a whole host of things. Is it outstanding? No. But there's something that's in the blind spot again. No minion Demon Hunter. Spell Demon Hunter. You play Solitude. You can get him. Play Solitude the first time, he becomes 7 mana. Play Solitude the second time, he becomes 5 mana. A 9/6 that does what it does on turn 5? Yeah. It's not a completely dreadful card. It's an okay card. Armored Bloodletter, 3/1 Rush, Herald Ajara. For 3. Nah. Not really much to say on that. It's like about a 3-star card. There at 3.42. I think it's less than that. You don't really want to play that on 3. You'd rather play it on like 2 and then play Broxigar's Last Stand. But it's alright. Sigil of the Seas. This is just absolutely absurd. This is like a 4.5-star card. Because for 1 mana, you get a 3/3 Naga with Taunt. Spell Demon Hunter, this is going to go completely insane. It's a fel spell. It works great with Nispira. Nutty. Completely nutty. And I would put Demon Hunter as a 4-star hero. 4-star class next round. Okay. On to Druid. Wickerfang. After one of Wickerfang's legs gains stats, this gains them too. Let me tell you the ways of how this right here, this plus Queen Ajara plus Elise. Quest Druid, play this, play trees, laugh at everybody as you have a full board, and you have Wickerfang out there just destroying everybody's lives. Now, you play Elise, you play the 5 mana location, which summons a 3/3 copy, I think they said, and you copy Wickerfang. Now you get 4 appendages that are all going to get 2/2 until end of turn. Your board is now full. Guess what? Locations count as board spots. You can also use dormant minions like that 1 mana 3/3 dormant pixie. You just don't hit your hero power. You leave it dormant. You leave it dormant, they can't interact with it, therefore they can't clear off your board. You have a location, you have that dormant. Guess what? You play Wickerfang, your board's full. There's step 1. And that's if you're not playing anything else that just summons extra things, or if you're not playing the thing that says summon extra minions. This is going to make Quest Druid viable. And on turn 6, you play this, you swing in with your weapon, because you'll probably have it done by then. That makes this thing absolutely insane. A big meatball on turn 6, they'd have to clear it on 7 or they're dead. Decent card, I'd say it's about a 4 to 4.5. This is, I'm telling you right now, I think Druid's going to be in the hidden gem portion down here. Actually, wait, let me add a new tier. Add a row below. We're going to take the old hidden gem off here. Okay, we're going to put this one in here. Hidden gem. Oops. Got a little ahead of myself. We're going to make it orange. Because Hidden Gem can kind of be a 4-star deck. It's in this area. Decent card, though. Marithra of the Dream. Battlecry, fill your hand with random dragons. If you spent 25 mana while holding this, they cost 1. 25 left. Play Gnarlex into this on 8 rather than playing this on 8 if you lack mana. Because then this costs 1. All your dragons would then cost 1. Your Gnarlex doesn't really matter after that. You could technically also go Gnarlex into Ysera on 9, play this. The next turn, get a board full of dragons in your hand. But you'd have to spend mana like a complete fiend. Yeah, and they're about right with the average. I think you might see a niche deck with it, but it's going to be tough. It's okay, though. Broodwatcher, 4 mana, 4/5, Battlecry, get 2/3/3 whelps with taunt. If you spend 8 mana while holding this, summon them. It's still not bad, because this is still going to generate bodies. And if you're playing Quest Druid, you're going to have 8 mana spent by turn 4. So you could just drop this, now you have 3 people on board. I think people aren't paying attention to Quest Druid, and I think this on 4, Wicker Fang on 6, you're talking insanity now. Because you could easily get a location out there or a dormant minion, and you're just gonna ruin people's day. I'm gonna cook up a Quest Druid. You just give me time. I think it's an okay card. I think they're lowballing the average here. I think it's about a 4-star card. Because you don't mind just playing this, getting a 4/5, and then you get 2/3/3 taunts. You can just drop them anytime you want. Azara's Triumph. Shuffle 5 random minions into your deck that cost 8 or more. Double their stats. They cost 8 or more. Card pool for 8 or more. There's a lot of bad cards to get that are 8 or more. It does say shuffle. Like, you wouldn't mind getting Briar Spawn. Because then you double its stats, and then when you play it, you can Azara double its stats again. And for 1 mana, it's not a hateful card. You could technically play it turn 1, and then you don't really care because you could just top deck 5 more. If the game does go to fatigue, you could technically play 1 and prevent fatigue by 5 turns. It's okay. I think they're lowballing it. I think it's like a 3-star. I'd only run 1 of it, though. Wildwood Circle. Shatter. Summon 2 2/2 Treants. Give your minions Death Rattle. Summon a 2/2 Treant. Treant Druid's going to go crazy. Just so you know, be prepared. You're going to see it everywhere. You're going to see Token Treant Druid. Between it and Quest, this could even blend right into the Quest, because you could just pay. You could pay 3 and summon 2 2/2 Treants. Yeah. This on 3, Drake on 4. Your board's nearly full. If you haven't filled it already, yeah. This bought a 4-star card. Fellwood Treant. Hey, look, more tree synergy. Battlecry. Gain a temporary mana crystal. If you spent 4 mana while holding this, it's permanent. Yeah, this is crazy. Completely bonkers. Because you play Quest on 1, you can play this on 2, play something else, play another one of these on 3. You've already spent 4 mana. They're treants. Even if they die, you're talking the 4 mana card that's summon 2 treants. You know, summon 2 treants that give plus whatever for each treant that died. Yeah. Yeah, you can play this too. Moss Binding. Summon 2/1/2 golems. Spend all your mana for each to give each one of them 1+1/+1 for each mana spent. Again, Token Druid. This card, yeah, they're about right with the average, by the way. About 4-star card. This one, it's a little bit higher than that. It's like 3.5, 3.75, almost 4. Because again, you could play it in Quest Druid, you could play it in Token Druid, you could play it with a Mana Druid that you'd get dragons because you're spending excess mana. 5 mana, 4/5, elusive. At the end of your turn, give your other minions 1/1. Iridescent Flitterwing. It's not bad. It's much better than 2.84. It's like a 4-star card. Because your 5 mana, 4/5 elusive, it's hard to move. You look at the average 4-drop. The average 4-drop outside of Dark Iron Harbinger does not have more than 5 power. The average 4-drop can't trade into this and kill it. And it's to give your other minions. So if you already have a pre-established board, you could just drop this and everybody's having a problem with it. Crystal Spine Cub. Whenever you spend your last mana crystal, gain 1/1. It's not bad. You could play this on 2. Or you could play this on 1 if you go second. You quest, coin this. It comes out as a 2/3. A 1 mana 2/3. It's like Finale, but different. It's about a 4-star card. I mean, or later on, you're not going to care about it, but if they don't answer it, it's going to get out of hand. So that's the big thing. Forest's Gift. Give a friendly minion +1/+1 for each minion you control. Token Druid. And its nature, so you could play this in Imbue Druid if you wanted to. About a 3.5-star card. They're right. About 3.1. So that makes Druid, I would say Druid's in a hidden gem. Because you're going to see, it's not quite 4-star, but it could potentially be there. Like the high mana cost Druid going and grabbing those random dragons and then playing them all for 1. You could high roll and play it that way. It's very memey. But you could go Token Druid and still be good. You could go Imbue Token Druid and still be good. There's a lot of things you can do with it. You could go Imbue Token Druid without the quest and play Wickerfang there and still do decent. It's going to be a hidden gem for sure. I think Druid's going to do some crazy things. I think people are going to have to watch out for Ajara. I think between Ajara and some other cards that are in the Druid set, it's just going to go insane. And I think people have to watch out for it, honestly. But I think Token Druid is going to go absolutely nutty. So, Magma. As we know, Death Rattle give a minion to attack. These do not upgrade. They do not herald. But it's Colossal 99. For 7 mana. They don't have Rush, so that's the problem. These don't even have Rush. They just have Death Rattle. But would I even want to play this? Like, in what world would I want to play this on 7? Because they, like, look, I come from a mindset of Priest being control, and I can just play 4 all time, and then I don't have to worry about Magma or his appendages. And then I'm just laughing. Or, I just play 4 all time into Medivh on the next turn, and then all of his appendages are gone. Or I could just play Medivh, and then he doesn't summon any left over, and they're all dead anyway. I'm not seeing the... Like, Shaman can run 4 all time, and then this is just pathetic. But that's me. I think this card's 3-star. Maybe less. I think it needs support, otherwise it's just not good. Abyssian, 7 mana Battlecry for 6/6. Your dragons have rushed this game. While in hand, play a dragon to become a 12/12 dragon. I've heard about the Dragon Hunter package. Becoming a 12/12 dragon for 7 that has rush, puts a big minion on board. You're not really sad about playing it. All your dragons have rush. And with the new dragons they have that are in the reward track right now, and then you have Conflux Crasher, your dragons have rushed this game. Yeah, I could see Dragon Hunter being a thing. It's a really good card. 4.5 stars is about right. Ebon Scale Scout. I've seen this one. This one's just absurd. This is a 5-star card. 6 mana for a 4/4, deal damage equal to this minion's attack. This card's going to get nerfed, by the way. This card is going to get absolutely nerfed to pieces. It's either going to say deal damage equal to this minion's attack to a minion, or they're going to nerf it to like 8 mana, because this is just going to ruin everybody's day. Because you can just play a dragon on 1 with him in your hand, play him on 6, you're just doming everybody for 8 on 6, and then doming him again on 7 with another one, and then doming him on again on 8 with Conflux Crasher. Just saying. Card's absurd. Confront the Tolvir. Replay each one cost card you've played this game, targeting enemies if possible. So we're talking Hand Hunter, Neria the Crater. So if Neria the Crater, nobody really answered this. If I play Arcane Shot and pop somebody twice with the Arcane Shot, 1/2 because of Neri, right? And then I play Confront the Tolvir. Do I get 2 Arcane Shots from the first Arcane Shot? Because it says recast. And it says each one card I've played this game. Technically, I didn't play the copy, but it automatically played a copy. So technically, does that count as 2 cards? I can see potential with it. I don't think it's a 4-star card. I think it's like a 3.5. because there's a lot of errata on this that's not being talked about. I'll have to experiment with it, but I can see where it's a good card. I mean, you're not going to hate it getting all the 1-cost cards back. 3 mana, Stone Talon Striker for 3/3 Taunt. While in hand, become a 6/6 dragon if you've played one. So play a dragon, become a 6/6 dragon. Absurd, 5-star card. 3 mana, 6/6. That's going to get nerfed, by the way, to like 4 or 5 mana. You watch. Because that's just insane. Because you could just curve into a 1 mana dragon. Just put literally spells and dragons into your deck. You play this, you play a dragon on 1. You're going to have a dragon on 1 or 2, and then it's just game over. The Dragon Hunter's going to run you over. Unless you're playing like Control Priest. At which point, yeah. Tolvir Carver. 3 mana, 3/2, Battlecry. Choose a card in your hand at the start of your turns, reduces cost by 1. Now this, I like. A lot of people don't. I think this card is like a 4 or a 5-star card, because you could play this on 3, target your Magmaw, or your, is it Magmaw? Magmaw. You can target Magmaw, and then on 4 it becomes a 6 mana, on 5 it becomes a 5 mana. You can play Magmaw on 5, puts massive threat on board, massive pressure on 5 that they have to answer, and that's just that card. You can play this with anything. Like any card you want to play it with, you could do it. I've got a niche build for Hunter that I'm going to work on, but it's insane. Earthen Roar, 1 mana, set an enemy minion's health to 1. If you're holding a dragon, pick another. That's a 5-star card. That is Hunter's Mark with a friend. That's a 5-star card. For 1 mana. That's gross. That is absolutely gross. Supply Run, Shatter, draw 3 minions in your hand. Draw 3 minions, give minions in your hand +2/+2. It shatters, again, it shatters. You're not too mad if it's shattered, because you could just pay 4 mana, draw 3. And it's specifically minions, so it's going to dodge all of your spells. And then you could just play 4 mana, give minions your hand 2/2. People already play the other one, the Blood DK one, where it says 2 mana, give every minion your hand +1/+1. So it's an alright card. I think it's closer to 3.5. Sylvanas' Triumph. Deal 3 damage. If you played another copy of this, hit all enemies instead. Gross. 4.75 to 5-star card. It will probably get nerfed to about 3 mana or 4. Reinforcement Rallier. 1 mana, 2/2, elusive. It's about a 4-star card. That's disgusting too. So Hunter's going right up here. Dragon Hunter's just going to go just nutty. Dragon Hunter's going to go nutty, and you have spell support that's going to help him out. This is just crazy. Easily 5-star. Volcanos. Colossal. At the end of your turn, deal 2 damage to all other minions. Whenever this takes damage, get a random fire spell that costs 3 less. Now, a lot of fire spells are rotating, so potentially good. I'd say this card's about a 3-star card, 3.25. I don't think it's as bad as they're making it, because you played Baron Geddon as a 7 mana 7/7 that had the same thing here, but now you're getting the extra added 2 minions here that give you fire spells for free, effectively. And the Eternal Firebolt is a fire spell, so you could technically get a Eternal Firebolt to cost nothing, and then start popping minions to get health back. It's not a hateful card, but I don't think it's amazing. It remains to be seen, though. Archmage Calic, Battlecry, give all spells in your hand and deck +1 spell damage. It's a good card, but there's not a whole lot of spell support, like, in Mage right now. There's just not. It's weird. They're in a really weird spot for spells. You'd have to, like, play, like, Time Looper Toki, then play this. Problem is if Time Looper Toki gives you what I got the other night, you're upset, which is Myra's. Myra's a stable element, and it's like, draw the rest of your deck. Yeah, not good. He's okay. I'd say about 3.5-star card. I think it's a little bit lower than the average they're giving. You'd have to have a lot of spell support. Unstable Spellcaster. Spell damage +1. Battlecry. If you dealt damage with a spell this turn, summon a copy of this. So you deal spell damage to get a copy of it, and then they just destroy it on turn 5. Okay. That's about a 2.5-star card. Yeah, that's just not there. Because you'd have to almost, to make it worth its while, you'd have to Dark Gift this card. You'd have to get this card with the Dark Gift, double the battle cry, and then you'd have to do spell damage and then play it. That's too many hoops to jump through. Way too many hoops to jump through. Conjuration Specialist. 3 mana, battle cry, choose a spell in your hand, split it into 2 random spells of the same cost. 2 random spells of the same cost. This card's dumpster. I mean, like, the card pool, the spell pool is awful. Unless you could choose, like, if it said 2 random spells of your class, okay, now you might be talking. This is just a worse Divergence. This is like if Divergence for the Warlock went and took a dump. That's terrible. They're about right with their thing there. It's about a 1.5-star card. Mage needs help. Syndragos' Triumph. Deal 8 damage to a minion. Reduce the cost of a random card in your hand by the excess damage. For 5. That's not good. It is arcane, so you could technically do the arcane deck and get it. And then you get it casting double and costing 4 less. There is potential there, but with the nerf to the Elise location, trying to get this Syndragosa thing to come online is not going to work. They're right on this. It's bad. 2.5. Arcane Flow. Shatter. Deal 4 damage to deal 2 damage to all enemies. That's not a bad card. 4 mana, 4 damage, but you could play just 4 mana, 6 damage with Fireball. 4 mana, deal 2 to all enemies. They're about right with the average here. Yeah. The arcane package needs a way to prevent your dragons from getting nuked. If you can get both dragons out and then this costs 2, cast twice, you're talking 2 damage, deal 8, or 2 mana, deal 8 damage, deal 4 to all enemies. Yeah. That's technically 6 because it says to all enemies, so that's 4 damage, do 6. I don't know. That seems kind of poo. 2 mana, for the first time you deal damage. The first time you deal damage with a spell each turn, gain +2 attack. I love how everybody was making the joke that it's just a worse mana worm, and they're right. It's just a worse mana worm. That's trash. They're about right on that, though. They're, 2-star card, for sure. 10 mana, Spellweaver's Brilliance. Summon a 6/6 dragon, costs 1 less for each damage you've dealt with spells this turn. They're about right on the average, too. I was going to say, it's about a 3-star card. Even with Sleet Storm, and yes, I saw this. You can send 2 damage face for 1 mana. Deal 1 damage to a random enemy minion. That's 3 damage. Even if you play 2 of those, right? That's 6 damage. That costs 4. You'd have to play this on 6 with all of that, with all of those hoops to jump through. That's trash. That card needs to be buffed to 8 mana, and it needs to summon 2 6/6 dragons, or summon 2 6/6 dragons, right? So either make it 8 mana, summon 1, or make it 10 mana, summon 2. Sleet Storm, this is fine. This card's great. 4.5, absolutely, on the button. Great card. The rest of the mage set looks kind of like poo. 1 mana, Winter Spring Whelp. Battlecry, discover a 1-cost spell from any class. That's absolutely nutty. That's a 5-star card. That is the best card Mage got in their entire set, and it's a common. Mage is down here. Yeah. Potentially down in 1, but right there. They are hurting. You got to figure Mage is losing Protoss Mage. Mage is losing Arcwing Pilot Mage. Mage is losing a lot of tools, so they're in dire straits. They're bad. Paladin. Do we even really need to do it? Chromatus, Colossal 4, Taunt, Lifesteal, Divine Shield. Yeah, I already know this one. I don't think it's that good of a card. I mean, if you think about it, they are nerfing Ursine Maul, so you can't just fetch it. You can't herald it either, because if you look, it doesn't say herald, it's just 2/3 death rattles, blah blah blah. So you play this on 8, Control Priest laughs at you and plays the 4 all time, or plays the other one, which is just Shadow Word Ruin, and now you're crying, because it's Control Priest. Death Knight could play any sort of control, like Asphyxiate or anything, and you don't have to worry about it. Death Knight can also play their other card, which just blows up 3 of your keywords because they don't have Divine Shield. So, like, Taunt, Elusive, and Lifesteal are just dead on board, and the Death Knight can pay 6 and just blow them up. So, kind of weak for an 8-mana card. I think it's a 3-star card, to be honest with you. Nozdormu, Bronze Aspect. At the end of your turn, give all your minions Divine Shield. Any that already had one gain 3/3 instead. That's completely bonkers. That's like a 4.5-star card. They're about right. Bronze Redeemer. At the end of your turn, summon a dragon with stats equal to this minions. I think it's a 3.5-star card, to be honest with you. Because you could buff stats. You'll see. This one's kind of pathetic. Flight Maneuvers, Shatter, you summon 2 4/2 Drakes, give your minions +1/+1 a Divine Shield. I mean, it's kind of poo. It's a holy card. It's not really helpful. It's just kind of meh, in my estimation. It's like a 2.5. I'm not a fan of Flight Maneuvers. Gelbin's Triumph. Get a random Paladin aura. It lasts an additional turn. And that's going to go like right up here to 4.5-star card, because for 1 mana, you could just be like, 1 mana, get an aura. Oh, wait, it's Acceleration Aura. I played that on 2. I laugh at you as I have, higher mana than you do for the next 3 turns. 4 turns. Stupid. Stupid card. It's like a 4-star card. Stupid. Spearheart Sentry. At the end of your turn, get a random holy spell, reduces cost by 3. That's gross, because you can get one of those, which has its mana cost reduced, which means you'd be happy playing that for 1 and getting 1/1 a Divine Shield. You can get a lot of cards, a whole lot of holy cards for 3 cost reduction, and that would make them very, very cheap. Yeah, that's disgusting. That's like a 3-star, 3.5-star card, roughly. Yeah, it's a 4 mana 3/4. Meh. Your minions' end of turn effects trigger twice last 3 turns. Oh, so you can get this. You can use this guy to get that aura, because it's holy. Or you can use Gelbin's Triumph to get that aura, because it's an aura. Yeah, it's a 4.5-star card. That's stupid. That's absurd. Because then you have things like this. At the end of your turn, deal 2 damage to all enemies. Oh, wait. Do it twice. Not that you'd run this. You'd run the other one. You'd run the other guy, the 5 mana. So you play this on 3, or you play it on 4, you play the guy, the other legendary, on 5. All your minions get Divine Shield and then get +3/+3. Yeah, you're not building a complete board of absolutely phenomenal proportions. Yep, it's stupid. This one's okay, though. This one's about 3.5. Chamber of Aspects. Choose a minion in your hand, give it to you too. It's okay. It's not the best location I've seen. It's alright. It's about a 3-star card. Just 3-star flat. Inspiring Maul. Death Rattle. Trigger a random friendly minion's end of turn effect. Stupid card. 4.5, 5-star. Absolutely gross. That's where we're gonna put Paladin. I shouldn't have even had to review it. That's just they're just stupid. The Black Blood. After you restore health to a character attacked a random enemy minion, and it restores 3 health to a damaged character. It's okay. Once we saw the rest of the preset, this one becomes infinitely better. This is something you hold on to after you play Alexstrasza. It's not bad. I would not play this in my Control Priest. I definitely would not. Because then it'll just start running around smashing into things and then it dies. And then you just feel bad about it. It's okay. I think you're gonna see it in some niche decks, so you're gonna see like it's about 3.5-star card. It's all right. Alex Straza, I think this is just disgusting because you could literally get that 15 health back in no time, and that could be a win condition. Oh, they're at 15. You just the very next turn you heal yourself to full. Because you could just pair it with another card that's coming up, and then you just heal yourself to full. That's stupid. I think it's a good card. I think it's like a 4-star card. It's nice. Mind you, it says set your health to 15. Okay? You're at 1 health. Play this. It sets your health to 15. Now you're at 15. You just healed for 14. Yeah. Medivh's Triumph. Deal 4 damage to all minions. Cost 1 if you control a legendary. That's disgusting because the quest, when it's on your board, that's a 5-star card. Because the quest on your board, that's 1 mana, deal 4. So long as the quest is active. That's 1 mana, deal 4. And it counts as a holy spell. Stupid. Cleansing Cleric. This card is absolutely absurd. Battlecry, your healing effects restore 2 more health this game. You can do this twice. You get 2 of them, you play them. You could generate this off of Imbue. This is easily a 5-star card. Easily. Because then you get, you're getting 2 more health per turn. Or you're getting 2 more health when you restore. Okay, make that 4 more health when you restore. Eternal Firebolt deals 3, heals for 7. Oh, you put on Medivh's Staff. You put on Atiesh. Now it deals 6, heals for 14. For 3 mana. Control Priest. It's a good card, though. Like, 5-star card. Schism. This card is disgusting. I'm sorry. This is easily a 4-star card. Easily a 4 to 4.5-star card for Control Priest. If you are playing Control Priest, like I have shown you before, the Control Priest deck I showed before, which has had a few alterations now, you play this. You get this in your hand. It splits into 2, right? You give a minion 2/3 and elusive. You don't care if these spells are coming together. You know why you don't care if these spells are coming together? Because it counts as 2 shadow spells if you don't. Shadow spell, shadow spell. You play this, 2/3 and elusive. As soon as you get your Solitos, summon a copy of it. That's 3 Solitoses on board, 3 8/8s with Taunt, Reborn, Death Rattle, 3 people they gotta get through. Disgusting. Yep. We went there. Gross card. I love it. Injured at 10, 3 mana, 3/8 lifesteal, Battlecry, deal 4 damage to this minion. It's okay. Yeah, it's like it's 3.5. Yeah, fits. Ruby Sanctum. Your next healing effect this turn deals damage instead. But wait till I get to the card. You'll see. This is pretty good. This is about a 4-star card. They're right. Incensed Matriarch at the end of your turn. This is at full health. Gain 3. You don't really care about a 4 mana 4/6 or 4 mana 3/6. This is kind of poo. They're right. It's about a 1.5-star card. It's bad. This right here. Deal 5 damage to a minion. If it dies, restore 5 health to the enemy hero. With Atiesh. The Fabled package. It's now deal 10. Restore 10 health to the enemy hero. Deal 10 damage to the enemy hero for 2. It's 2 mana Pyroblast. And you can have 2 of these out. So then you open one, or you hit one of those locations, you pop this, you hit the other location, you pop this again. That's 20 damage. Yeah. It's a disgusting combo. And then, of course, this right here. Restore a minion to full health, draw a card. This is insane. 1 mana, holy card. It's just gross. It is absolutely absurd. Four and a half star card, easy. Because it says minion. Priest is going to end up like right here. It's going to be a niche. It's going to be a niche priest. You can play the niche very well. It's not quite as powerful as like 4-star, but it's very niche. It's nice. Send after your spells from other classes cast twice, but they got rid of 99% of the thief rogue stuff, so I know that these give you extra spells. Get another random spell for another class. Costs one less. Herald twice to upgrade. I think this is a 3-star card. It's just, it doesn't have the punch that it needs. It really doesn't. These should say something along the lines of, at the end of your turn, cast a spell from another class that costs whatever mana, Herald twice to upgrade. And then this should say they cast twice. That way it's like people have to answer the wings. They have to destroy the wings. Because you just can't get enough you just can't get enough spells from other classes now. There's just not enough. I mean, you could use the rewind card from like Sands of Time. It's just not good enough. It's a 3-star card. Iso Wrath. Battlecry. Devour 2 random cards from the opponent's hand. Then go dormant for 2 turns. Death Rattle. Return them. I don't think this is a bad card. You'd have to pair it with the 2 mana, summon a 4/4 with Stealth. So you play this on 5. It devours 2 cards. It's dormant. You do your rogue thing for the next X amount of turns or whatever. As soon as this breaks free, you pop it back to your hand. That way, those devoured minions are just gone, right? It's not bad. I think they've lowballed it. I think it's a 3.5 to 4-star card. I could see where this could be really used to great effect, but I think people are just not seeing it. I mean, with the fact that rogues are losing a lot of their tools, yeah. Twilight Mistress. 9 mana, Battlecry, return all enemy minions to their owner's hand. It's a 9 mana vanish with a body. Yeah, about 3.5's right. Maniacal Follower. 3 mana, 3/1 stealth, Death Rattle, Herald Sinestra. I mean, if you're getting the Soldiers of Sinestra throughout all of the Heralds, and you hold on to those cards, you could really just Sinestra and then just bomb them for a ton, but eesh. It's okay. It's about a 2-star card, 2.5. It's not the best. Chaos Supplicant. After you cast a spell, cast a random spell of the same cost from another class. Yeah, that's poo. They're about right. 1.5. It's poo. Days. Return an enemy minion to its owner's hand. They can't play it next turn. So it's just worse sap. Sap's 2. Return it to the enemy hand. Return it to their hand. This is return it to the hand. They can't play it next turn. Who cares? They'll just play it the turn after. You might see 1 or 2 of these run. It's about a 3-star card. They're about right there. It's just not good. Rite of Twilight, Herald Sinestra, combo deal 3 damage. This card's good. This card I'll give them, because you're doing 3 damage. And you're heralding Sinestra. Burn Rogue might be a thing. That's a good card. 3.75, 4-star card. Yeah, they're about right. Stolen Power. Get a random Shatter card. It's from another class. It's already combined. That's disgusting. Because you could play this, you get the random Shatter card, you get Sinestra, now you get 2 times the Shatter. Some of the Shatter cards are kind of meh, but you could, I guess, use them. So this is not bad. I'd say this is higher than a 2/7. I'd say this is about 3.5. It's not bad. Corona's Last Stand, 2 mana, tradable, destroy a legendary minion. That's dumpster. Yeah, that's terrible. That's, yeah, the 2-star card. That's awful. 1 mana, 2/1, Agent of the Old Ones, Battlecry, choose a card in your hand to transform into a coin. You know what? I think that's one of the best cards of the set. You pay 1, you're getting a coin. So you take the garbage cards in the set, like that, and you turn it into a coin. Or, like, that, and you turn it into a coin. And then you just play Burn Rogue. Why would you want to play anything else? Rogue's losing a lot of tools. They don't have Shadow Step anymore. They're not going to have a lot of tools left at their disposal. Thief Rogue's pretty much going to be all you play. And I think they're going to be 2 or 1-star. They're in a bad spot in the rotation. Alakir, Lord of Storms, Battlecry, Rush, Wind Fury. Get 2 minions with attack equal to this, or with cost equal to this minion's attack. And these get extra attack. He could come out with like a 10 mana? 10 mana minions? So you get 8, 10. You could resurrect it with Marithra. You can potentially get some really good cards. Not bad. 4-star card's about right. Morchok. Draw a card, reduce its cost by 10. Repeat this with excess cost reduction. Also not bad, because you could also Dark Gift double battle cry this. It's really not a bad card. I think it's higher than 3.2. I think it's closer to a 4-star card. Ascendants. Transform all minions into ones that cost 1 more. They summon the originals when they die. Absolutely nutty. 5-star card that is absolutely bonkers. That's all friendly minions. You could have board full Imbue Shaman. That's going to go nuts with Imbue Shaman. That's just going to be all over the place. Absolutely all over the place. 100%. Crackling Cloud Striker. 3 mana, 4/3. Battlecry, choose a spell in your hand. Costs 4 less to absorb it. Death Rattle, cast it. I think that's a 4.5-star card. Because you could just put any spell on it, and people are going to have to kill this. They're not going to want to waste cease to exist or anything to silence this. They're going to want to silence something else. Silencing this seems like a waste. So they're just going to kill it. And then you can cast it. So you can booby trap it with, say, like, Ascendance. That would be wow. Lightning Storm, Lava Flow. Lightning Rod. You could put any sort of spell on here. Doesn't show the other one. Huh. Well, anyway, I think it's a good card. I think it's closer to a 4-star card. Really, I do. Burden's Last Stand. Draw 2 cards. Cost 1 less for each time a friendly character attacked this game. Yeah, that's definitely going to be... That's going to be dirt cheap. That's a 4... Yeah, they're about right with that. 4.5-star card. Because by turn 4, you've already swung, 5 times? That makes it a 4-cost spell, 4-cost draw 2. And the longer the game goes on, you draw this late game, you're not really crying about it. 2 mana, Herald Allocator, get 2 1/1 elementals with Rush. You know what you're going to need? You're going to see? Dream Pixie. You're going to see the Dream Pixie come back, because you can get this now, and you can get this, because they're both nature spells. The 0/4 Pixie is going to make a comeback for these spells. You watch. Yeah, that's a good card. They're about right. About 4-star card. Skywell Sentinel, 0/3 Taunt, Battlecry, Herald Allocator. Comes out as a 1/3 for 2. That's about the going rate, though, if you think about it. A 1/3 Taunt for 2? I'd say about a 3.5-star card. Air Sport, 5 mana Battlecry. Give a friendly minion Mega Wind Fury. It cannot attack heroes. Is there a minion that gains a... Oh my god, there is. There's a 4-mana Drake that's a 4-mana Wind Fury with Rush. And if you combo it, it gets immune. Yeah, it's going to be way too expensive, but I was going to say, if you could get that and pop Mega Wind Fury on it, that's 16 damage on board he's immune. It's crazy. Other than that, it's kind of poo. They're about right. About a 2-star card, 1.5. Ceremonial Clash, 4 mana, summon a random 3/2 and 1-cost minion, Overload 1. Card pool doesn't support it. The 2 mana, you're gonna get yourself a Doomsayer. They're about right. It's about a 2-star card. 4 mana Stormbinder, Death Rattle, unlock your overloaded mana crystals, Overload 3. Yo! I like him. That's a 4-star card. Because Death Rattle, you're unlocking your mana crystals, your overloaded ones, right? This plays right into Hornswoggle. You could go 4 mana 7/7. Your Hornswoggle now costs, 3? He dies, okay, whatever. It's a big body on board. They're gonna kill him. It unlocks your overloaded mana crystals. You just play Hornswoggle next turn for 3, which is like a 5/6 taunt elusive. Good card. Shaman's right about there. We only got 2 more to go. Warlock and Warrior. Cho'Gall Mastermind. Colossal 2. Arms and soldiers destroy minions in the enemy's deck instead. And then you get 2/2. Herald twice to upgrade. Destroy the minion to the right. So what I'm guessing is this is literally just Ham the Hungry. It's just a more expensive Ham the Hungry. I think it's about a 3 cost card. A 3-star card. Baloriac. 7 mana. After you discard a minion, summon a copy of it. It's too expensive. Now, if he was a lower cost card, like 3 cost card, yeah, he'd be higher. But yeah, he's down here. He's like a 1.5-star card. 1.5, 2-star card. He's just terrible. Now, if this said 7 mana, 7/7 at the start of game, if you discard a minion, summon a copy of it. Nutty. If he had a Ysera style effect, it'd be crazy. Yeah, he's trash. Duke of Below, or as I like to call him, Duke of Blow, or Puke of Below. He's a 4 mana 2/2 rush, has +2/+2 for each card you've discarded this game. Discard lock's not going to become a thing unless they really support it with the mini set. It's just not. I'm sorry. That's a wild deck. This is like a 2.5-star card, 2-star card. Poo. Curse Chains. Take control of an enemy minion until the end of their turn. It cannot attack this turn. That card is absolutely insane. It's a 2-mana mind control. It's shadow. You can generate it off the totems. Crazy. That's like a 4.5-star card. Because not only does it debilitate their enemy, because you could take a taunt minion, but you can't attack with it, but they don't get it until the end of their turn. Which means they're deprived that unit at the end of their turn. Eldritch Tentacles. 6 mana, deal 3 damage to all minions, repeat for 2, then with 1. Also a shadow card you can get off the totem. It's a good card. It's like a 4-star card. They're about right. Shrine of Twilight, Herald Cho'Gall, draw a card. I think that's like a 2-star card. It's too slow. 4 mana location, 2 durability, way too slow. Rafam's Last Stand. Deal 2 damage to 2 random enemy minions. Upgrades each turn. So it's just Hagatha's scheme. It's just a less effective Hagatha's scheme. I guess it's not bad. I mean, if they've only got 2 minions on board, you could use it to just destroy. It's not bad for removal, because it's random enemy minions, so it can hit elusive. I'd say it's about a 3.5-star. It's not bad. Ocular Occultist. Taunt Battlecry, choose a card in your hand to discard. Oh, okay. For 3 mana, 3/6, yeah, sure, I'll discard trash. That's a good card. That's 4.5 stars. That's a really good card. Disposable Acolytes. When you play or discard this, summon 2 random 1-cost minions. This is the card you target with this. So you use the Ocular Occultist to target the Disposable Acolytes, and then you get a lot of stats on board. That's a pretty good card. About 3.5. And finally, Shadowsworn Disciple. Battlecry, Herald Cho'Gall, Death Rattle restores 3 health to your hero. I'd run this in a deck without Cho'Gall. Just because of the Death Rattle restore 3 health to your hero. And you get a random thing that eats a random minion. Awesome. It's going to be niche. Now on to Warrior. Ragnaros the Great Fire. Colossal 2. At the end of your turn, trigger your Death Rattles. It heralds. It goes boom. Yeah. I'd say it's 4-star. 4.5. I mean, it's awfully expensive at 8. You might want to run, like, Umbra with him. Commander Geddon. Instead of drawing each turn, discover a card from your deck. It costs 3 less. Destroy the others. Ugh. For 7? No. No, he's definitely like a 2.5 star card. That's awful. That's terrible. I mean, it allows you to sort through your deck, but you're now destroying the other cards. That's bad. You don't want to sit there, and that just brings you to fatigue quicker. Duh. Unless there's a way to get them all back, not good. Decimation. Deal 1 damage to all minions. Improve for each minion on the battlefield. It's a fire spell. You could generate this from the mage minion can get this. When it takes damage, you could get this in mage because it's fire. It's not a bad spell for 6. I mean, with 6 minions on board, this will be 6 mana for 6 damage, which is equivalent to the Warlock one. It's okay. I like it. It's about 4-star card. 5 mana, Destructive Blaze. After this survives damage, summon a Destructive Blaze. Death Rattle, deal 2 damage to a random enemy. So, it's way too expensive. Way too expensive. And you wouldn't want this anyway if you're going to play Umbra. Because this is just going to pollute your Death Rattles that you want from your Ragnaros. So, I don't know, this seems so terrible. For 5 mana, this seems terrible. If it was 3 mana and make it a 2/2, so that it's harder to have it survive damage, that would be better, because then the curve is lower and you don't have to worry so much about it. But at 5, I wouldn't play this. It's like a 2-star card. Scorching Ravager, 4 mana, 4/3, Battlecry, Herald, Ragnaros, give the soldier rush. Deal 2 damage to a random enemy minion. To a random enemy, Herald twice to upgrade. Alright. Maybe you're just running like a whole Death Rattle Warrior package. Might have some sauce to it. It's hard telling. This card is just disgusting. I saw this earlier. This is absolutely obscene. This is like 4.5-star card. 3 damage randomly, split amongst all enemies. If you played a fire spell this turn, deal 3 more. So this is 3 mana, deal 6. It's like a better Horizon's Edge. Especially when you have Torch. Because then you can just pop it. You could just play your 3 mana location, right? Play your 3 mana location, roll in the next turn. There's a 1 toughness minion. Torch, pop it, you get 7 back. This card's disgusting. 5-star card. Then you pop this for 6. Then you can play Welcome Home, open it up, do this again, pop it. Yeah, let's not even go there. Disgusting. Logash's Last Stand. Give a minion Death Rattle, summon a random minion from your hand. Only applicable if you know the minion you want to cheat out. If you think about it, right? You have, let's say you have Ragnaros in hand, or you have another minion in hand you want. Maybe you want Logash out on the board. So you have a 3 mana minion, you coin into this on 4, Logash is the only thing in your hand, or Ragnaros is the only thing in your hand. You pop your little weak piddly minion into something, Ragnaros comes out and starts bombing people. I could see a world where the card would be good, but that's just like, yeesh. I don't know. I would say this card is right about average. They're right. About 3. Cataclysmic War Axe. This is just Fiery War Axe with 1 extra mana. Battlecry, Herald, Ragnaros. 4-star card. Yeah. You can't coin into it on 1, but you coin into it on 2. It's still a good card. Searing Fissure. Deal 1 damage to all minions. Give your hero 3 attack this turn. This plays really well into the location. It's about a 4-star card. I totally agree. And I would say Warriors are going to be like right in here. Probably 3-star, to be honest with you. And if I had to wager, like I said, Rogue is in between here. They're like 1.5-star. Druid is going to be the hidden gem. I think they're going to be competitive right around 4. But I think you can do so much with Druid because their entire kit is so flexible between what's in standard right now, and I'm not talking like the Whizbang stuff. I'm just talking the stuff that's going to be in standard when this lands. Add that into what they're currently getting. I can see it. I know this is a long video, but let me tell you, this is my tier list. I was going to do a tier list of all the cards too, but I could not find a tier list of all these cards. So I just gave my average on each one. I think the averages on a couple of them are wrong. I really do. I think people are weighting the Demon Hunter card just a little too high. I think Ajar is not as good as everyone thinks. I think when it comes out to the general masses, you're going to see a lot of shocked people. But at any rate, I hope everybody has a fantastic evening. I hope everybody enjoyed this video. I know I did. I've been looking forward to doing this entire reveal forever. And I'm going to have 80 plus packs to open, which I will be recording that too, by the way. So I hope everybody enjoyed this video. If you think I'm off base on stuff, feel free to start a conversation in the comments of this one. 100%. Because I want to hear people's opinions. Truthfully. And I hope everybody has a fantastic evening, a wonderful tomorrow, and as always, have a good one.